Let's face it, if you're trying to flip houses without any money, you're probably thinking it's impossible, right? But here's the thing, you don't need deep pockets to make big profits in real estate. In fact, the wealthiest investors rarely use their own money. Today, I'm gonna show you exactly how to fund your flips using strategies that the pros swear by but rarely talk about. By the end of this video, you're gonna know how to secure the capital you need to start flipping without spending a dime of your own cash. So if you're still with me and you still think that funding your flips without cash is impossible, I am here to tell you that it is possible. I discovered this concept almost 8 years ago when I executed my very first flip not using any of my own cash. I discovered this strategic concept that allowed me to achieve this house flip without using any of my own money called OPM. And that stands for other people's money. This is exactly what it sounds like. You use other people's money to buy your house flips, and then you have a profit sharing agreement, or you have some sort of other agreement that allows you to not only pay your investors back, but gets you to keep the most amount of profits. Now in this video, I promise I'm going to cover multiple proven methods that will allow you to fund your flip, even if you're starting with little to no money and even using 100% of other people's money. Now this concept of OPM is extremely valuable, especially to new investors and experienced investors alike, because it allows you to reduce your personal liability because you're using somebody else's money to purchase your real estate deals. And it also allows you to scale your house flipping business 10x to what you would be able to do on your own. My first successful flip, and the very first time I used OPM, I was nervous. I was scared and excited basically all at once because I was literally using somebody else's money to buy this house flip. The entire success and failure of the project rested on my shoulders. And that can be kind of nerve-wracking, but once you get used to it and you do it over and over again, it's just like riding a bike. When you're borrowing other people's money, there's a lot of emotions that come with it, and rightfully so. So on this particular flip, I went ahead and executed it according to my business plan, and I made a $37,000 profit. I didn't use a single penny of my own money, and a light bulb went off. I thought, if I can do more of this, I'm only gonna be limited now by the amount of deals that I have. So from that moment on, I started focusing on and building relationships with private money lenders and other various OPM. Now, one of the first methods that you can use to fund your real estate deal without using any of your own money is bringing in a real estate investing partner. Now, this is when you partner with somebody who has the capital but lacks maybe the time or the experience to flip houses. This can be a very valuable and win-win situation for you both, because if you've got the hustle but you lack the money, then you can partner with somebody who doesn't have the time or hustle, but they also have the money to invest. Now, when you're looking for real estate investment partners, I suggest reaching out to your network and just think about anybody who has money. Now, this can be business professionals, this can be doctors, this can be lawyers, this can be anybody that you know that might have the extra funds needed to invest in a house flip. Now, a little pro tip, I would caution against jumping into a formal partnership with a real estate investor or partner too quickly, and instead what you want to do is just start out with a simple project-based agreement. With a project-based agreement, think of it like a dating experience. You're going to see how well you work with each other on just this one deal, and if you like the relationship, if you think there's some continuity and there's some synergies there, then you can create a formal partnership after that. So until you've taken them to the dance, until you've taken them on a date, start with this simple project-based agreement first and proceed from there. Now, when you're searching for these professionals to partner with on these specific deals, you want to create a value proposition. Now, this can be something unique that you bring to the table, whether it be deal finding skills, you have the time to project manage, you're great at finding contractors, or you can negotiate with sellers. Whatever it is that makes you valuable to partner with, you need to highlight that and emphasize that to your real estate investment partners so that they will be more likely to partner with you. I've had many real estate investment partners in the past and still do to this day, and it is a very lucrative option. The second method to funding your flip without using any of your own money is using what's called a hard money lender. Now, a hard money lender is a lender that is very non-traditional and lends based on the value of the asset versus how much income you make. They do this in exchange for higher fees and higher interest, but you also have quick access to property sales. So a traditional lender may take 30 days to close a deal, and they could charge 7% interest with 1% on the total loan amount, versus a hard money lender that can close in as little as 7 days, but charge 12% interest and 2% of your loan amount. So it's really a trade-off on getting deals quickly, but you're paying slightly higher fees. You also can have a quick quick approval process and very lenient credit requirements because the hard money lender is the one who decides exactly who they're going to lend to versus a traditional like a bank, and they have a lot of red tape to go through. Hard money loans are a very good option for short-term deals when you're confident that you're going to buy the property, fix it up, and then quickly resell it. Another downside to using a hard money lender is that they usually have very short loan terms, usually 12 to 18 months, so you are not able to hold the property for longer than that. But in a fix and flip business, you get in, you get out quickly, so it is a very good option. Number 3 on this list is my most favorite of all, and it is the most lucrative and scalable option that I have found to fund my flips in my business, and that is using private money lenders. Now, private money lenders are exactly what they sound like. They are private individuals who have money, who have the cash that they are willing to lend to you. This can be individuals, this can be family offices, this can be other institutions, but it's private individuals or entities that are willing to lend you the money for your house flips. What's great about private money lenders is that you are able to negotiate terms directly with them. You don't have a set of lending requirements as you would with other types of lenders, because now you are able to set the parameters of your lending program directly with the private money lender. Private money lenders are always looking for better returns on their investments, and house flips are a great way to fund that need. Another benefit to using a private money lender is that they see a house flip as a very safe investment because it's a physical asset. And then when they are lending you the money, the collateral is backed by the house itself. So in worst case scenario, if you default on your mortgage payments or you miss your mortgage payments, then they will just take back the house, but they also have equity built into it. One key concept that you want to remember when you are looking for private money lenders is to highlight the potential returns on the specific property and address how you are going to mitigate any type of challenge or risk that could possibly come up. When you're dealing with private money lenders, they want to answer these 3 questions. What type of return am I going to get? How much money do you need? And when am I going to get my money back? If you can highlight the potential returns and address these concerns as well, you have a very high likelihood of finding a suitable private money lender. Private money lenders are the best way that I have found to scale my business to what it is today and generating between $100,000 and $200,000 each and every month using private money. The next method on this list to funding your house flips without using any of your own money is just wholesaling it to other flippers. Now, wholesaling is when you get a house under contract and then you either assign your rights to the contract to another investor for a fee, or you do what's called a double close, and then you close on the property and then immediately sell it to another investor. The main concept of wholesaling is finding properties that are undervalued, getting them under contract, and then you find a buyer on the other side of the contract and then mark your contract up in exchange for a fee. This is what's called a wholesale fee. So an example is if I get a house under contract for $100,000, it's worth $200,000, and then I sell it to another investor for $120,000. So you take the $100,000 and then you sell it for $120,000, and then you keep the difference, which is $20,000. So during this entire process, when you wholesale the house to another investor, you don't need any money to do so. You just need to find a motivated seller who is willing to sell you their property at a discount, or at least get it under contract. You then get it under contract and mark it up and sell it to another investor. Wholesaling is a great way to make profits in house flipping because you don't actually need to own the property or fund the rehab. You just need to connect buyers and sellers. Now, it's very important, if you are going to wholesale the house, you also have to find somebody who is ready to buy the contract from you. So on one hand, you need to have the seller who's willing to sell you the discounted property, and then on the other hand, you have to find an investor or some sort of other buyer who is willing to buy the contract from you, who is also getting a discount on the property. The next method on this list is what's called seller financing. Now, seller financing is when the seller can actually act as the lender, allowing you to avoid any traditional financing routes. They are able to use their equity as your equity in exchange for interest payments on the house. An easy way to approach sellers for seller financing is you want to highlight the fact that this method can lead to consistent payments for the seller, but they are able to keep some equity in the property until you purchase it outright from them. Another advantage to seller financing is that this can lead to lower down payments and potentially avoid paying any type of real estate commissions from agents. options. So each one of these methods that I've described in this video are highly effective, and if you implement them in your house flipping business, you are able to fund your flips without using any of your own money. And really the key to scaling your house flipping business is using other people's money. The concept that I started out the video with, and using other people's money to purchase properties allows you to buy as many as you can as long as you have deals in place and you're able to repay your lenders. At any given time, I have almost $10 million worth of private money that I have access to because of the relationships that I've built up over time. And I suggest that if you want to scale your house flipping business and fund your deals without using any of your own money, you develop these relationships as well. So thanks for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more insider tips on flipping houses. Be sure to follow me on other platforms. You can just look up Jeffrey Dollars on every social media channel. And if you want my free calculator that calculates all of your profits on a deal and analyzes it down to the penny and includes how much profit you stand to make while looking at how much other people's money you can be using, click the link in the description below. It's completely free. It's going to level up your deal analysis game. I promise. It's completely free. Check it out. And if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below and I will get back to you. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll see you on the next one.